Commitment. What does that mean? Really? Committing to something. Let's talk about that.
Oh my heavens, stop.
Yeah. All right, so on TV, we see people committing to, their job. We see people committing to a lie. We see people committing to acting really well.
Sorry.
Okay. You commit to an idea or a phrase or an ideology, or if you believe there's absolute truth, or is there situational truth. Do you commit to a job? Do you commit to your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever? Commit to getting out of debt, commit to driving safely, commit to putting a Walmart cart back in the middle of a storm.
Yes.
So what do you commit to? That's the question. And once you commit to that, does it help your life better, or does it help your life not be better? Does it make your path straight? Does it make your decisions easier or understandable, or does it confuse you? And if you take that to the logical conclusion, it really doesn't make sense. Or do you commit to feelings, or do you commit to logic, or do you commit to the balance of truth and love, or grace and mercy, or punishment all the time? So there's a lot of commitment out there, but we have to be committed to the right thing. And what is right and wrong? Well, you need foundational truth to judge what's right and what's wrong. So if you don't have absolute truth, then everything's relative, and you really don't know what truth is. So we need absolute truth first. Before we come to the scripture, we need to know there's absolute truth, that there is a right and there is a wrong, and in the middle is opinion. Opinions change, and truth never changes. That's the whole good thing about truth. Truth is not relative. It is absolute. And if you base it on absolute truth, then it doesn't change. So you can judge what's right and what's wrong. But here we go. In Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, Proverbs is a really cool book. There's 31 chapters in it. If today is the 29th of...
It actually is the 29th of March.
March, yeah, it's very good. Happy Vietnam Day. I don't know if that's happy, but Vietnam Day. Thank you guys for serving in Vietnam.
Vietnam Vet Day.
Vietnam Vet Day. Thank you for doing that. But anyway, today's the 29th, so you would read Proverbs chapter
28.
29. But so when we read this scripture, Proverbs is really cool because it's actions that are good action. Pro means good. Verbs means actions, so good actions. I don't even know if that's what it means, but it sounds good to me because pro and verbs. Okay.
Wow.
So here we go. Commit to the Lord whatever you do. Now, this doesn't mean when you commit to lying to somebody, you do it in the name of God. Okay? The assumption here, when David was writing this, is that God is your absolute truth. And if God says it's wrong, then he's not going to bless what you're doing wrong. Okay? Because some people take this out of context and say, oh, I can do whatever I want as long as I commit it to God. No. Okay? The assumption here is that God is the foundation of truth. And if he says it's wrong, then you're not going to commit to God whatever is wrong. Okay? So here we go. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. He will shore it up. He will make a foundation for your plans. And who's that foundation? That's God. God is the foundation. If God doesn't move, then it's secure. Okay. Now, we are going to have troubles and coming through to the other end. So he doesn't say it's all going to be the bed of roses and all candy and unicorns. But he does say that the established plans of the righteous, or the ones who commit to God, are going to be established and firm. Because we put it on God's shoulders, not ourselves. Because we change all the time. I mean, good grief. We're not very trustworthy in our ideas or opinions. So we have to base it on a foundation, and then he can establish our plans. Because it's based on His truth and not ours. So I think it's a really good scripture. Just don't take it out of context. Okay? Don't say, well, I'm a porn producer, so I'm going to commit that to... No. Okay? You have to have foundational truth. And then you can commit to the Lord, and He will establish your plans. I think this is a great scripture. So, what plans do you have that God has given you in your life? Establish that with God's blessing, and it will be established. I love you. Jesus love you too. You have a great day. Bye-bye now. Happy Tuesday.